I think it would be easier to sync the
Okay,
audio.
stop. All right, ready?
No.
Don't stop recording.
Don't
right.
stop
In
recording.
oh god.
Jesus.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1. And welcome to Anime Club After Dark, the podcast that delves into all things anime, manga, and otaku culture related. I'm your host, Alex, but you can call me Senpai, and joining me tonight, I have our Wizard of Wait What, Chinoda.
Hi.
Oh, that was slightly cringy. Our Chivalry of Shota's Shotaro.
I just want to eat how tasty it is.
Someone, please, just stop. Anyway, and our Poser Extraordinaire, Nitai.
I've been told to practice my ASMR skills, so that's gonna be a fun episode.
Oh, please don't. Just don't.
Yeah, please.
So, yes, please. So tonight on the podcast, tonight on the podcast, we are actually doing our 9th WTF episode. But before we get into that, I have at least one thing I want to talk about. So, unfortunately, as I mentioned on the Facebook group already, by the time this goes out, we did a Darling in the Franxx spoiler cast last week. Unfortunately, some of the audio from that is completely unusable, and that makes the actual episode itself pretty much scrubbed. So I'm sorry for anyone out there who's looking forward to that. We may at some point try and redo it, but don't hold your breath on that.
At least it won't be as nearly as long as it was the first time if we do redo
for
it.
those,
the one
for those
we
who were
recorded,
actually,
it was 2 hours long.
It was 2.5 hours long.
Two and a half hours. Jesus, it was
but
big.
It is a
How did
shame
that
because
happen?
I mean, Chinoda, you were there, and so were you, Sho. I think both of you probably agree with me that we actually had some really good discussion that was going on that.
Oh yeah,
podcast.
We were at each other's throats for 2 whole hours.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of debate and discussion, and I thought it was really good. We didn't just talk about how it all related to the show. We talked about how some of the stuff related to society, and like there was a lot of political messaging within Darling in the Franxx, and it's a shame that we lost all that because it would have been a good episode. I was planning on editing it into 2 parts where we talked about the characters and the music up front, and then the story for the second part, but it hasn't happened now. Like I said, we may end up redoing it at some point in a much shorter form.
So why not be like, why not do like a very quick, here's like a very simple question. Would you guys recommend the show? Go. Like, very short answer.
I would
Yes.
personally recommend it. I don't think it's necessarily a great show or a masterpiece, and I think all of us who were on the spoiler cast actually came to this conclusion. I don't think any of us think it's a masterpiece. Any of us particularly think it's great, but most of us came to the conclusion that it was definitely worth giving a shot.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
I cussed show out, and I'm sad that people won't be able to hear that.
Yeah, hey, you may have your chance yet again tonight. Who knows?
I'll cuss him out every chance I get. I love him like that.
Yeah, I think that's the TLDR of the whole episode was that like most of us came to the conclusion that give it a shot. It's worth giving it a shot to form your own opinion about it. Like I said, it's not great. It's not a masterpiece. I kind of came away with the impression that it was very meh. But it had a lot of potential, and I think that was the great shame that a lot of us had with Darling in the Franxx, that it had so much potential and kind of blew it up out of the water.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, sorry if you were actually looking forward to hearing us talk about that. That's the TLDR. Anyway, moving on. As I said, tonight we're doing a WTF, so we're going to be talking about whatever we want to talk about. It may be something personal, it may be something anime related, not anime related. So we're going to go ahead and start with something that Natai wanted to talk about. And actually, we meant to talk about this at our last WTF, but we ran out of time. So, Natai, go ahead.
Yeah, that last WTF got out of control pretty quickly, but it's kind of late, but back, when was it? Yeah, 24th of May this year, Total Biscuit, aka John Bain, passed away. Now, just quick question: who here knew about Total Biscuit?
I did.
I knew who he was, and I was aware of his material. Although I will say I didn't become aware of him until maybe about a year ago.
Okay, well,
Never heard of him.
That's why we're here tonight. So yeah, he's been battling cancer for the last 4 years, I want to say, something like that. It was it was about, I think it was a stage 4 bowel cancer. Wait, what?
I think it was bowel. It was either bowel or colon cancer.
He died. His cause of death was brought on by metabolized. I can't read. Colorectal cancer. Sorry about that.
So colon cancer.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Tall Biscuit. He was a YouTuber. He made a lot. He was most famous for his WTF series, which was basically him taking a crack at new games and giving you first impressions of them. The guy was he had a massive following, 2 million subscribers on YouTube and a whole lot of connections and stuff, and it was a real good dude. I mean, very honest and very professional, and so it was kind of for the last. I remember about 2 months ago, so about a month, even more. He posted on Reddit a post that was sort of his last health update, where he talked about, it seems there isn't really any cure coming anytime soon, so I'll just have to spend the rest of the next time I have left with my family and friends. And then about less than a month later, he passed away. So I just wanted to talk about him for a bit. If you guys who didn't know of him wanted to share some things you liked about him, and because personally, he was a big part of whenever of my daily life for a long time. If it's just going on YouTube and looking at some of his videos, listening to his podcasts, and for me personally, it really shaped my he really helped me figure out how I perceive not only games but media as a whole, being very critical of stuff I watch or play, and besides that, just being critical of things around me, not taking things for granted and trying to form my own opinion and stuff. So it's kind of weird how he helped me influence me actually in a lot of ways. So I don't know, I felt it was kind of right to talk about him for a bit. So if you guys want to say something as well, go ahead.
It's really weird because you think of a lot of prominent YouTubers today, and especially back a few years ago, a lot of them are, most of them still are very, very young people. So you don't ever think about having to deal with one of them dying.
I mean, he died at the age of 33. That's super young. That's crazy.
That's very, very young. And I think that for a couple years now, he was pretty much aware of the fact that he was going to die.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of when. But it's always sad to lose someone like this, especially to something as terrible as cancer. I mean, I've lost people in my family to cancer before. It sucks. It really sucks, because it's not like snap your fingers and it's over. You have to watch someone trog through it and suffer before they finally just give up the ghost and die. Especially if it's stage 4, which is what he had.
Yeah, there's it wasn't a podcast it was called, I think, the Age 3 podcast a while ago, and he talked about his cancer. And so there's a clip of it on YouTube that's 20 minutes long where he talks about it. So if anyone's interested, they should go and look that up. It's fascinating to hear him talk about it.
And also, people should just go check out the H3 podcast, because that's actually a really good podcast.
Yeah, they're really good people. But that bit especially, it's super educating, and then also it gets it helps you kind of understand what goes on for people that are do have cancer.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I remember that morning when I just opened up Reddit and someone posted, yeah, Total Biscuit Puzzle. I was like, wait, what? No. It's so strange. But then seeing like all of the videos of people posting of how he influenced them, and I remember specifically for me because I play Warframe. You too, Chinoda. So a lot of people the day he passed away went to one of the hubs that just like kneeled there, all of them, so like for almost an hour. So that was something. It's crazy to think of how he touched so many people. He'll be missed.
Yeah, I'm sure he will be missed in the YouTube sphere for sure.
Hopefully, there's like enough sliders up in heaven for him to argue about or something like
that. Hopefully God likes video games. So, shall we move on to more happy news?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay. So, Natai, I hear you're going to Germany.
Yeah, so for context, before people are scared of the idea of Jews going back to Germany, a few months ago, Tamar, my girlfriend, she sent me a message while I was on watch duty, and she asked me, yo, Nitai, I was like, wait, what? So she said, do you want to travel to Germany? I was like, sure, why not? What's in Germany? So she said, Comic-Con Berlin is happening this October. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. So yeah, we're traveling there in a few months, and that'll be a lot of fun. I'll take my Jotaro hat with me. That will be cool.
You have your stando power in Germany.
I have my stando power.
Are you gonna?
It's called a girlfriend.
You know?
Oh my gosh!
Oh wow!
Sorry.
You know that German science is the best, right?
What is it, Joe?
Oh, are you gonna tour the historical sites?
Any specific I should go to?
Like
I can tell you which ones
of the
not go to.
concentration camps.
Yeah, take the Jew to the concentration camps. Everything will work out fine.
Oh, I've been there already in Poland. That's fine.
Oh, nice.
I shit you not.
Nice.
I mean, you can always go to the Brandenburg Gate. That's always fun.
What's there?
It's the remnants of the Berlin Wall.
Nice. I'll take a leak on the Berlin Wall.
I think as a Jew you should not do that in Germany.
No, I shouldn't. But now it'll be fun. We'll go tour the city and do some stuff, and go to Comic-Con itself, and that'll be fun. I still haven't bought the tickets because I'm not sure if I want to go, because it's on a Saturday and a Sunday, and like the original plan is going only on Sunday, but I'm thinking of buying tickets for Saturday as well. I don't know.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Because you've been like big conventions in the past, right?
Oh, yeah, I mean, me and Sho both went to Anime Expo last year, so
Well, there you go.
I'd recommend going as much as you can and kind of just taking it all in, especially if it's your first big convention.
Yeah, we have like some in Israel, but I'm sure it's on a bigger scale. Like no comparison.
My recommendation, since it's your first big convention, don't cosplay. Like, just go in there and enjoy yourself.
I'll just take my
cosplaying
Jotaro
is
hat.
really fun and all that, but like, you won't have as much time to enjoy yourself just going to panels or walking around doing whatever if you're dressed up, because you're constantly getting pulled aside for pictures, or people want to talk to you, just whatever.
I've cosplayed in the past, and I love it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It is
No,
fun.
it is pretty great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I will for sure take my Jotaro hat. I need it with me.
Yes.
It's gonna be great. Ugh,
Yes.
Represent.
can't wait. Yes.
Well,
All
that
the
should be a
JoJo
fun
memes
time.
possible.
I've never actually been to a convention outside of the United States yet. I mean, I hope to try it out one day.
You
but
should.
I definitely hope you have a good time, and I hope you bring us back some good pictures to show us.
So many body pillows.
So many body pillows. Get the Jotaro body pillow.
Oh yes.
He would
That
too.
deal.
He probably would. Oh man, it should be fun. And in a couple of weeks, I'll be in Washington D.C. for Otakon. I'll be
Nice.
with you, Chinoda.
Yes, you will. It's gonna be
That's
great.
such a bad idea.
Listen, there's only gonna be enough booze to poison us, okay? It's okay.
Hey, Natai, you've heard of When Harry Met Sally, right?
Yeah, that's.
This
a
is when
fucking
Senpai
great
met
movie.
Gohai.
That's a great movie. Thanks for reminding me of that. I'll
Oh,
take.
man.
I'll have what she's having.
Oh, it's still one of the greatest scenes in movie history.
What a
Yeah,
good movie.
I'll
You all
be sure
should
to
go watch that, kids.
go watch When Harry Met Sally. It's a funny movie. But yeah, I'll definitely be taking a bunch of pictures at Otakon. It'll be my first time in Washington D.C. as well, so that should be
Ooh.
fun. And I definitely
Make sure
plan on
you
doing some
clear
sightseeing.
up space, by the way, in whatever you're taking pictures in, because there's a
Oh, yeah, for
lot
sure.
of cosplay that happens over there. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
ridiculous.
I definitely intend to. I'll be on. I got my approval yesterday to take a White House tour, so that should be interesting.
Hey, yo, what up, Trump?
Yeah, the thing is, like, when I'm going in August, that's typically when everything kind of shuts down politically in Washington, D.C., because that's when everyone goes on their summer vacation.
Who knows? Maybe everything will shut down politically even before that.
Well, that I'm not saying that
That's
couldn't
just
happen.
unlikely.
Not saying that couldn't happen. I'm not saying I might not be the cause of that, but
We have the best weeaboos.
yes. The
I'll
best.
stop.
Absolutely the best. But anyway, yeah, so shall we move on? Because there's something
Please.
here on this list that I have many questions about.
Okay,
no.
go.
Oh, yes!
And I think Sho, it's your turn to talk.
Should I
So
just
we're gonna-
go?
We're gonna switch gears and talk about something incredibly personal right now.
We're switching
we're
so many
gonna-
gears in this episode. Oh god. I'm not feeling
gonna-
comfortable.
We're gonna move on to a slightly not safe for work topic.
Slightly.
In that
If you're with your kids, like listening to this in the car, then just stop right now.
true to
I think
our
the
name,
funniest
After
part of
Dark.
this is I know his sister listens to this podcast.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Anyways, so yeah, I've been in the market for a sex toy, and I originally wanted a male vibrator with mobile compatibility, which is
Specific.
super
Right.
specific and very difficult to find. Let me tell you. At least
Really?
online, I only found like one, only
I'm
one.
honestly surprised.
There's
I
a
would
lot
think
of
there'd be
female
a lot more.
female vibrators, but like they also, stimulate the vagina. So, and I don't have a vagina to stimulate, so I'm like,
I mean,
But you have a butt.
no, but it stimulates both at the same time. So I'm like, I don't know where this other stick is going. So there's only one male vibrator, and it was $120 Canadian. And I'm like, this is way too expensive. I'm not gonna invest that much money into this. So I'm just like, fuck that. I'm just gonna go with the weakest fucking sex toy I can find. So I bought this cheap ass $30 bullshit, quote unquote, starter dildo. From this sketch ass site, and it took 4 entire weeks to ship from China. And
Right.
when it finally came,
Wait,
no pun
Oh, it
intended.
did.
No pun intended. I was actually so pissed off because I bought the wrong lube. Apparently, you
Rip.
have to use water-based lube, not, and I have oil-based.
You were
You know,
so
I
pissed
could've-
off because
I
it
could have
came
told
so
you
late.
this.
I know, but I didn't wanna give you TMI, and here I
you
am
didn't
giving
want
you
to give
TMI. Here you
TMI,
are
and yet you're
doing it.
talking about it.
Yeah,
on the
and
guy.
honestly, you're doing this on a public forum. You could have come to me like with this in private.
But it's too personal.
Says the man who's talking
I'm-
about it in a public forum.
I'm only an exhibitionist. I'm not. I have to pay for a private show.
Oh my god.
But yeah, oh my god, it's so fucking difficult to find out which lube to use with when, because like there's like a bajillion blogs on the internet and they all say different things, and I was so pissed.
There's a badillion.
There's a badillion.
A badillion.
A
for your
badildo. Anyways,
What's a badillion? A bukkake of dildos.
Oh, but yeah. So I got a jelly dildo and it feels so good. I haven't used it obviously because I don't have lube.
A jelly dildo? Please explain to me the physics of
I don't know what that means. It's quote unquote jelly. I don't know what that means.
What? Like,
It's a special type of rubber.
oh, okay.
What am I doing with my life?
Apparently jelly dildos, according to this random blog that has no credentials, is like toxic because the chemicals leak into you.
Oh god.
And I'm like, why? But I don't really care. I'm done. I already bought it, so I'm gonna use it. But
Gonna
yeah,
fill that hole with so much toxicity. Woo! Yeah, boy.
I think that day has long since come and gone.
so I don't know if you're comfortable about talking about this, Alex. Are you?
Sure. What do you want to? What do you want
Okay.
to know?
What?
I'm a veritable fountain of knowledge on this.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
He really
You
is.
didn't have to say
I
fountain.
don't know about a fountain, but you def a wet.
What the fuck is this episode?
It's called
wait,
WTF for a reason.
What materials
Most
are your
interesting.
dildos? Or are your sex toys?
Most of mine are it's just I do have one jelly one, yes. But most of them are just your basic rubber dildos.
Do you have any like are they hard or are they flexible?
One is more flexible than the other.
Okay. So apparently the flexible ones are like toxic for you, which I don't know if that's true or not. I think that this was like an organic blog, so I don't know. But anyways. Oh, and they also like some people recommend putting a condom over it so that the toxins don't get in you, and I'm like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I don't think that's actually true. It's probably false information.
There is a lot of people that actually put a condom over their dildos before they use them.
It's not a bad idea if it's your very first time.
What does it do?
It makes it a lot easier to insert inside you.
Oh.
And also,
Oh.
for whatever reason, at least in my personal experience, I've found the lube actually tends to stay on condoms a lot better than it does the actual rubber that the dildo is made out of.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know, for some reason, lube seems to stick better to latex than anything else. Which is probably why a lot of condoms are made out of latex.
Yo,
Okay.
show.
Mm-hmm.
You never disappoint.
Thank you.
I'm
Anyways,
just shocked. I'm
what?
so shocked that he of all people, he would be the one to talk about this in a public forum.
Wait, why me of all people?
You don't... Like, you even you just said it. Like, you were leery about coming to me and asking me. It's like, okay.
I'm a wild card. You never know when I'm going to show, you know?
That's... you never know when show's gonna show.
Anyways.
You never know when show's gonna come.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I
you
knew
know.
you were about to say that.
You
I fucking
know.
knew.
Fucking beat you to
definitely
it, Alex.
know. Anyways,
I
I'm
will say
getting-
this, and you don't have to talk
What?
about this in public if you don't want to, but when you actually do get around to using it, I would like to know how it goes.
What? That sounds so weird. I'll give
John,
you
I'm
a
so
public
sorry
update
for
next
everything in
episode.
this
Public
episode.
update on the next episode.
No promises. That is 90% a joke.
Again, John, I'm so sorry for everything in this episode. That you're gonna have to listen to this.
Yeah. Well, so I ordered a water-based lube, and it's coming tomorrow.
Mm.
So that'll
I'm
be
sure
fun.
it is.
Among other things.
Yeah, it's coming tomorrow, and he won't be very far behind.
Wow. Okay. That's it for my update.
Oh man, that I was not expecting this. It's like, okay, moving
What's
on
next?
though.
Yeah, what's next on the agenda?
So I actually have something that's anime related to talk about. I know, and it's
For a
not. It
change.
doesn't involve a dildo at all. Sadly.
I mean,
So
you can never know.
yeah. Well, listen. Fuck you. So, a couple days ago, I went and saw anime film called Makia in theaters. I think the English title is Makia the Promised Flower, something like that. I can't remember what the actual English title is. the
How was it?
It was great.
I'm excited to watch it whenever it's available anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere for you.
Yarr.
But yeah, it was absolutely great. It was like the animation was absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. The writing was absolutely excellent. The story is I fucking cried at the end of like the last 10 minutes. I swear it'll break your heart. The last 10 minutes of that movie will absolutely break your heart. This movie is directed by Mari Okada, and for those who may not know, she is the one. She's been a writer in the anime industry for quite a while now. She's been responsible for the script writing of Anohana. I believe she also created, or no, she scripted and planned the anime series Anohana and the movie. What else has she worked on? She did the writing for Black Rock Shooter, for Aria. What else?
I think she did Iron Blooded Orphans.
She did. She wrote. She wrote both seasons of Iron Blooded Orphans. She was the script writer.
Her best work.
She did the series composition for both the first 2 seasons of Black Butler. She
did work on Kisniver.
She did. She actually, I think she was the creator of Kisniver.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Which, and she was the one that came out afterwards and said, I had 3 seasons worth of material. Trigger just didn't want to animate it. So
she also wrote a whole lot of scripts for Toradora and was the series composition leader for that. And that was
and
great.
she also wrote the script for the Toradora she wrote the actual light novel adaptation of Toradora.
Really?
Yes, she wrote the light
That's
novel
dope.
adaptation of Toradora.
So she wrote the light novels and was a series composition leader and also wrote a whole lot of scripts. That's great.
But yeah, but back to Makia. This is her directorial debut, and I gotta say, for a directorial debut, she fucking blew it out of the water. Like, it is
Nice.
absolutely gorgeous. The story, as I said, it's very emotional. It's very heart-wrenching. I won't go into a lot of details because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who wants to see it. And trust me, go see it. If you like Your Name, and if just go see it, because it's in the same like emotional vein as Your Name.
Would you say it's as good?
I would say it's very, very close. Like, very close. I don't know if it's a 10 out of 10, but it's definitely a 9. Maybe a 9.5 out of 10.
That's pretty fucking high.
I want to say one other thing that no one will probably ever talk about with this particular movie, and it's something that never gets talked about a lot with anime anyway, but the sound design for this movie was absolutely on point. Like, there's a scene in the movie where there's like this battle going on, and it's like these ships are attacking this port city. You'd like that part, show. It's like a game of Civilization.
Or I could just play Civilization.
Because they wanted to make a good movie. But no, there's this scene where like the cannons are attacking this port city, and like it sounds like you're fucking there. That's how good the sound design is. Like, when the cannon, like there's huge like bass tones for the cannons, and it's like you almost feel like you're there because it feels like the room is shaking. That's how good the sound design is.
My go-to anime for like terrific sound design, especially for like swords and stuff, I would go for like Berserk 2016. That's a fucking good one.
Yeah, that is a good example of it. Not necessarily the best adaptation of Berserk, but still technically well done.
That sword swing, man, fucking sure sounds realistic. Let me
yes, it does sound very realistic.
Real quick.
The story itself kind of focuses on like what it means to be a mother. And the show, the movie itself, especially towards the end, deals with themes of like how difficult it actually is to have to say goodbye to someone that you love, especially when you're given absolutely no choice but to say goodbye to this person.
I'm not happy about this.
Wait, so the main girl and the main guy aren't in is there like a romantic subplot?
No, the two main characters are actually the main character, who is Makia. She's the mother to the other main character, Ariel. And it's adoptive mother, because she just strolls upon him when she's like 15 years old and decides to raise him.
No, this is not gonna be a fun watch.
Yeah, it's gonna. It is. I posted this on our Facebook group. Like, it is an absolute feels train with a gut punch right at the end.
No.
Oh, that's gonna be fun to watch then.
But yeah, if you get a chance, definitely go watch it in theaters. Please support the actual official release. If you absolutely have no other choice, then just definitely see it.
Cool.
Yeah. Go. Makia is definitely on my short list for anime of the year now.
Nice.
All right, and I got one more thing I want to talk about.
Okay.
This is actually, I'm going to throw some praise on a multinational corporation.
How dare you?
I know, right? So, Microsoft, of all people, has sort of reinvented what it means to be a game company, because they have very rightly, I believe, catered to a segment of the population that I think a lot of video game companies, especially hardware developers, completely ignore. So earlier this week, it was revealed that Microsoft had developed a special controller for its Xbox One. I think this also will work with an old Xbox 360 as well. That is designed specifically for people who have motor neural diseases, like people with multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's.
Alex,
so-
if I may, I want to fact check you on that. They actually revealed this controller quite a while ago.
Oh, they did? I must have
Yeah.
missed that then. Well, they just came out with it this week.
Yeah, they actually came out with it, but they revealed that they were working on this at least a couple months ago, if not longer.
Okay, well,
But no,
I
it's
did-
finally released. Not just that, and if I may add on again, they actually made the opening of the controller itself, like the packaging in it,
Mhm.
disabled users friendly as well.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was
and I
going to
was
talk
like,
about.
yo, yeah, go ahead then, please.
Not only has Microsoft taken an enormous amount of time, resources, and energy into developing this controller specifically for gamers who have these motor neural diseases, they have taken the absolute care as to put it in a box that is easy enough for people with these same diseases to be able to open it. So there's not a whole, it's not taped up, it's not, sealed shut. You don't have to get any kind of tools to open it. You pull a tab and the thing basically just comes apart.
Keep
That's
in mind, Microsoft really won't be making profit off of this. Like,
No,
this
they
is
actually-
for a
they actually
very
announced
select
in
few
the,
amount of people.
Well, in the article I read, it says they're losing about $30 off of every unit they sell.
That's not good.
No, but
I mean,
But it's
long-term
super like
profit-wise,
consumer
they're
friendly.
making.
That's great, dude.
oh yeah, long term wise, they're making profits, and probably more importantly, what they're doing is they're making their user base happy. Like,
Yeah.
there's a segment
And
of the
expanding it,
gaming
too.
population. Well, there's a segment of the gaming population that can't play games anymore because of these diseases, and it's because they can't hold the controllers the way they are. Like, the controllers that come with like a PS4 or an Xbox One, or even, for God who knows, the Switch, are designed for people who are not disabled.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, the Switch
That's
definitely.
great. That's good. Like for helping people who can't play in a conventional way. That's
Yeah,
great.
for sure.
Good on
and
them.
I'm wondering if, because of this, I haven't heard anything yet about Sony or Nintendo going this far to develop something for their user base who may be disabled. So it'll be interesting to see, I think, the response from those two companies regarding
Yeah,
this.
for sure.
So
Game companies don't even want to bother with cross-platform, let alone
I know.
like cross.
Sony
people.
sure doesn't.
No, Sony doesn't. Everyone else would love to. And
What
they're
was it?
actually working on stuff too. It's
what
Sony
was it? There was a-
specifically.
there was a couple years, or not a couple months ago, there was a video game that came out, and everyone's like, well, where's the cross-platforming you guys promised? And they're like, well, we wanted to, and Nintendo and Microsoft were on board, but Sony said no.
Yeah, it was Fortnite.
Was it Fortnite?
Yeah, Fortnite released on Switch, and they said, yeah, we want to do crossplay. So it is available for PC, Xbox, and Switch, but Sony just won't let people like play with others.
Yeah.
And if I remember right, Fortnite actually did a cheeky thing where all they really did was just flip a switch, and PS4 and Microsoft or Xbox players were actually playing together for a bit before they had to quickly, change that. But
Shut that down.
they did
I'm
show
convinced.
the infrastructure and everything was already there. It's
And that it
literally
works.
just, and it works. It's literally just about, can they are they allowed to do it? No, they're not.
I'm half convinced that, and I read about that when that happened. I'm half convinced that the developers of Fortnite did that intentionally to prove to PlayStation players that it's not us, it's the people who make the hardware you're using. But I mean, back to what I was saying before, like, good on Microsoft for doing this. I really hope that more video game hardware developers actually take on this mantle, because there is a significant population of gamers out there who are either disabled currently, or they're in their early stages of it, and especially like early onset Parkinson's, which has seen somewhat of a surge lately, and we're not actually sure why. But yeah, I mean, kudos to Microsoft. That's all I can say about that.
Honestly, Nintendo always like making like new plastic controls and stuff. I'm sure if they really want, they can make a really good one.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of video games, however, I think Shinoda has something about video games he wanted to talk about.
I do have something about video games that I want to talk about. It is the No Man's Sky comeback. And I was not expecting this. So recently, No Man's Sky released their big update. I don't remember what it's called. But it's one that basically finally gives multiplayer in the game itself. Like actual multiplayer, not just you can see another person as a glowing orb, or that ridiculousness that was there at first initial release, something like that. So yeah, and the numbers of No Man's Sky actually had a huge resurgence because of this update, and people are actually interacting with the game in a positive and healthy way, and people are in fact happy with Sean Murray as well, and I'm honestly really surprised. I'm not gonna lie, me personally, I'm a bit spiteful as to what they did still, and I'll never forget that. But the fact that they still persevered through everything and still invested into the game itself and released something this big, like, I'm actually impressed. I'll be honest.
I have a question.
Please.
So, for someone who actually didn't buy No Man's Sky when it came out because of how bad the reviews were, would you say that it's finally gotten to a point now where it's actually worth buying if you didn't buy it back then?
Oh, I haven't bought it either.
Wow.
This is
what a
from.
fucking
I probably should have clarified. This is still
Fuck
from an outside perspective.
Wow, this whole thing has been a tease. We've been lied to this whole time. Get out, Shinoda.
Oh yeah. Fuck
No,
you,
screw you. I've actually been invested into it, even if I haven't bought it. I would honestly say now with everything that's come out, it's more worthy of buying, and it seems a bit better. I would still be iffy. Look up gameplay and see if it's a type of game for you, but it does
You
seem
say
a bit better.
but remember the game was mediocre at best.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I said, you say it's better, but at first that game was mediocre, so...
That game wasn't just mediocre, it was garbage.
Listen, I'll just say this, because I honestly could care less about this stupid game. I never got into the hype train, but I'll say this. With all of the line that happened back when it launched, I have no, I just don't feel any need to go back and give a damn about that game, because, when you lie to your customers like that and you misrepresent your game and just hype it up because you know people will buy into that shit, that's just a dick move. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's like,
no, it really was.
and that's great for them for sticking around and actually making their game playable and stuff. But it's not gonna make me really go back and.
It doesn't
ask
erase
myself,
the
maybe I
fact
do want to buy that.
of the sense of the past. The fact that they lied so fucking hard, and they're still around with it. Like, yes,
That's great for
they
them,
at
but
least
I'm like,
managed
I'm
to
not
pull
buying
through,
into this.
But yeah, and you know what? That's absolutely fair. Like, they shouldn't not get away with any consequences. Like, there absolutely should be.
And they didn't because a whole lot of people just don't trust them anymore, myself included. So
I think
Yeah.
I think this is a really a good lesson that a lot of companies can learn. Like, don't lie to your customers. Apple.
No. They buy it knowing every bullshit. They know what they're getting into. Fuck those people.
I just had to throw that in there. And it's a good learning experience though for companies. Don't lie to your customers because it never ends well for you.
But they're doing well now, so that's actually not a good lesson.
Are you talking about the developers of No Man's Sky?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a lot of people who just kind of stuck with it from the beginning, and it's like, it'll get better. I know it'll get better.
It's in like the top 10 concurrent users on Steam now.
no, let me check.
Is
I
it
heard.
really? I
That's
didn't know it
what
was
I
that.
heard.
I
It
didn't
was
know
at least for a little bit.
Wow, that's very surprising to me.
I know, it's like, whoa. It's a lot.
I think it's because everyone heard, hey, the actual big update is finally here. Go check it out, and people.
There was
actually
like a
went
rush
check
to
it
go
out,
play
and
it?
that's why it went there. Yeah. Now, how many people will actually stick around? Who knows?
Now that's the question. Can it retain this user base? That's the question.
Probably
I
not.
sincerely doubt it. Honestly, there's so many.
I mean,
better
you know
games
what?
out
People said that about GTA 5, and a lot of people still play that, and it's been years since that came out.
This is true. Even with all the problems there is, people still stick it out for some goddamn reason.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I might check out No Man's Sky now that a lot of the bullshit has been fixed. I feel like I'm not going to be lied to now.
But why would you do
The
that
cat's out of the
when
bag.
when
There's
so
nothing to
many
lie
better
about anymore.
space
The game's
sims?
out there.
That's true. I mean, once you've actually lied and got caught, there's really nothing else to get caught for, is there?
Yeah, the game's out there. It's like, I'll say this: if you're interested in the game, go on Twitch, look at people play it, go to YouTube, look what it's like, and don't like buy it just because they've updated it. Just research it.
Look
you
for
know?
yourselves, do the research. Once you do, then choose to invest in that product or not. Don't just go off of hype.
Oh my
Hype
God,
is
I'm a
what-
lazy consumer. You need to tell me what to buy. Don't make me do work.
And that's
Go buy
why
a
the video
dildo.
game
Oh, wait.
market
Yeah, exactly. Go
is
buy
suffering.
another dildo.
Okay.
That and microtransactions.
Oh God, microtransactions. Can we not? That'll be
Yeah,
a whole
let's
nother-
not. That's a whole nother.
That'll be an hour. I can
podcast.
rant for an hour about that bullshit. Anyway, move on.
So a new Evangelion movie is happening, right?
Yes,
Oh
I
my
was actually going to talk
God.
about that during our next
And
episode.
it's
but if you wanna
totally
talk
not
about it
gonna
now-
get delayed again, right?
Wait, were the first 3 delayed?
The first one wasn't. The second 2 were.
Oh.
Do you realize
I
it's been
mean-
10 years now since the first rebuild movie?
Jesus,
I still
really?
need to watch all 3, but I'm just waiting for the 4th to actually be real before I watch all of them.
That's a
Hey,
good idea.
listen. People said the same thing about JoJo's Part 5, man. Fuck you.
That's very What do you mean, fuck you? I've been saying this about JoJo Part 5. I've been hailing it. It's like, yeah, 2018. All you fuckers like, oh no, it's not coming out in 2018 because I've been... fuck you.
Listen, Natai, we
Evangelion
acknowledge you as a prophet, okay?
Fucking called it.
Evangelion 4.0 2020.
So,
Even get a
Which do you-
4.0 2024.
Fuck you.
Let's
Which
make
do
a
you-
bet on it. You know what? I'll bet you right now that it's not coming out in the date they just said. It's not coming out in 2020.
oh come on, Nitai, be optimistic.
I'll bet you on it.
You know, I would
It's not
actually
coming out in
take that bet.
2020.
I would actually bet real money, but I also know that Hideki Anno gets into these fits of depression that last for years, so I don't think that's smart money.
You know I'm right. It's not coming out in 2020.
Well, whatever. All we do know that there was a trailer that was released. It was a very, very short trailer, and it didn't really show much. But yes, it is coming. It is allegedly coming out in 2020.
There's a poster at least.
There is a
We can call
poster.
it
That the poster is real.
Yeah, that's very true. I should watch the rebuilds before it comes out. Maybe I'll do it soon. It's about
I
time.
mean, honestly, marathoning all 4 of them at once is probably the best idea.
Probably, yeah.
But I don't want to get spoiled before it comes out. I'm scared.
Girl, it's been like a bajillion years. How haven't you been spoiled already?
It's been literally
so
over
innocent.
20 years.
I'm careful.
Well, speaking of trailers, however, I think Shinoda also, before we actually go here because we're running out of time, Shinoda wanted to talk about some of the trailers that came out of Comic-Con San Diego this last weekend.
Oh, yes, let's do that. Okay.
Can I ask before you actually start off? Can we just talk about how shitty the Teen Titans trailer looked?
I haven't
Wait,
seen
what
it,
Teen
and
Titans?
I don't want to see it because I'm scared to see it. I am honestly
what Teen
scared to
Titans?
see it.
They're making a new Teen
Oh,
Titans
They're making
series?
a live action
There's a
Teen
movie.
Titans movie.
Oh,
It's
that
a movie?
sounds interesting. I
Yes.
want to see
Yep.
it.
I'm gonna
That's-
look that up real
Me
quick.
too.
The trailer looks terrible.
Ooh.
I am
What's it called? Just Teen
I'm
Titans?
honestly scared to look at it. Like,
No,
I've
the
only
movie-
seen one thing, and just off of that alone, I don't want to.
What is it? Is it Starfire? Because, God, no.
No.
The
I
trailer's
haven't
rated
even seen the trailer
mature.
for that. No, just the one screenshot of Robin saying, "Fuck Batman," and I'm like,
yeah, Robin
what?
in the
Hold
trailer
on,
says "fuck
what?
Batman."
Why? Why
I
is it
don't
saying
know. They're probably trying to be edgy just for the sake
Is
of
it in
being
the
edgy, and I'm
DCU
like,
universe?
why?
Is it in the Batman v Superman universe supposed to be?
I have no idea.
I have no
I
clue
just
what
wanna
the
say,
fuck is
can-
going
can
on
we
in the
just get-
DC cinematic verse.
Can we just start, like, the people who write the DC live action stuff, can we just fire them and hire the people who write for the DC animated stuff as the creators of this live action shit?
Oh
dude,
my god, that would be
dude,
amazing.
have you watched Batman Ninja? That shit is fucking lit, bro.
That
You
shit
watch
was
that? I
fucking
want people-
insane. I felt like I was high as fuck watching that, and that was great.
I need people go and make a fucking 10 more movies of that. Kamikaze Doga, give me my CG Superman dildo shit right now. My god.
Hold on, Natai, what? Hold on, go back 10 because you just upped it to like 11. What?
I think he
If
went
you
past
still
11,
haven't
it's
watched
to
it,
12
I'm
now.
sorry for jumping into that, but man, I watched that over the weekend. Go watch Batman Ninja. That's like one of the best things you'll ever see this year. Please trust me. Even if you don't like
It's
Batman, just
just-
go and do that. Listen, Alex, the
it's,
guy who voices the
it's
Joker
interesting.
is the same guy who voices Okuyasu in JoJo Part 4. Just fucking go watch it.
Oh,
Anyway,
man.
so-
I've watched it. I liked it.
Oh, you watched it?
Yes.
It's fucking great. Sorry,
Oh, man.
sorry. I
They
got
should
like
do
there was
a,
like a light bulb that started flickering in my brain. I was like, "Oh shit, I watched that movie, right?"
They should do a Teen Titans X Attack on Titan crossover.
Oh, God, why?
Yes, they
They're
should.
both Titans.
Absolutely disgusting. Talk about ruining the DC universe.
It's already ruined. What are you talking about?
That's
can't
true.
ruin
It can't
what's
really be
already
ruined too much
bad.
further, can it?
It was ruined with one sentence. Do you know what sentence it was?
Fuck Batman?
No, it was
Martha!
Why did you say that name? Save Martha! Fucking garbage movie. God.
I'm
Why
crying.
did you say that name?
I'm fucking crying.
Okay, so
Yeah, let's get to the trailers, please. We'll save the best for
Sorry.
last. Start off with Shazam. Did anyone?
That was
see
good.
that
yeah.
actually looks
a
looks
good
like
trailer.
a superhero movie I'll watch.
Yeah.
I will say one thing though. The lighting in that trailer is real weird because it's shot like it's very
Right,
grounded
I'm
and
glad
serious,
I'm not
but
the
it's
only
very
one that
comedic.
noticed.
So I don't know. Shazam looks good though. I'm into it.
It looks
Yeah.
very interesting, and it looks very modern with the modern age kids, and you can definitely see the pandering to the modern kids and all that. And honestly, I was fine with it. Like, it was for kids. It's like Shazam is a kid. I was honestly fine with it. It felt really natural, honestly. I was like, okay, yeah, this looks
It
legit.
looks good.
Yeah, like I'm
It just
actually
looks good.
looking forward to this. I'm like I haven't been excited for too many DC movies, and this I'm glad I have actual expectations for this.
Next up,
Yeah, next.
Yeah. Next up, Aquaman. What y'all think?
Ugh.
eh,
Yeah.
listen.
I was
Listen.
unexcited about this movie when I found out they were making an Aquaman movie because Aquaman is bullshit.
Listen, I like Jason Momoa as much as the next guy, and the guy who directed what's
And
his
a
name?
lot of guys
Justin
like
Wong.
him. Oh.
Anyway, that guy is a really good director, and I like him a lot. But I just don't trust DC with actually letting him make a good movie. So,
No, you just don't trust DC. Just be honest.
I don't trust anyone. That's the problem, I guess.
Sir, that sounds like a therapy session we'll have to talk to later.
I'm kidding. I don't know. That trailer looks kind of meh to me. Maybe I don't know. I just don't have any expectations of it.
Alright,
Oh,
next.
Hopefully the movie is
I
good.
kind of hope they actually live up to Aquaman's name, like not just a joke, but the actual Aquaman. He did become a joke. What was it during the Silver Age?
I was gonna say, I hope he does live up to his name, Aqua. Useless.
Oh my god. That's it.
You
We're
dummy.
moving on. We're moving
That's a
on.
I
kind
will
of
say
super
one
reference.
thing. I will say one thing because it popped up in the trailer. I can't remember for the life of me the name of that like villain, but the whoever was in that very stupid costume in this trailer looks dope as fuck. I really enjoyed that. Um, was it Manta something?
Black
Manta Ray?
Manta?
I don't know. That guy. That costume looked dope as fuck. So I'm happy with that. So that's good.
Yeah, I
Next.
actually like Black Manta
Next.
as a villain, so I hope they do right by him. Next. Okay, this is gonna be oh, I know. Harry Potter. The what's it called? Crimes of Grindelwald? No,
I haven't watched the first
Fantastic
one, so
Beasts,
I don't
the
know.
crimes of Grindelwald. Grindelwald. Is that how you say it? Yeah, Grindelwald. Please go ahead. You were
Harry
saying?
Potter 3.0.
No,
I haven't watched the first
Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts, so I have no opinion of this.
I
You
didn't
should.
watch
It
the
was
first
actually
one
a
either.
rather enjoyable movie.
I guess. I love Harry Potter, but I don't know. I just didn't get around to watching it.
Fair enough. I would definitely say go check it out.
You know what we
Sure.
need? We need Trigger to do like an OVA of like Little Witch Academia meets Harry Potter.
That would be fucking fantastic. I would actually love it.
Trigger, get on that. That's what the fucking Patreon page is for. I know it.
We'll see. Now, not a movie. Star Wars. We talked about this a bit earlier.
Oh,
but
the Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars. The
Yeah, what's up
final
with that?
season.
Explain that
They
to me, because I
actually
haven't
aired
watched the
it.
show.
Well, not aired it. They released a trailer for it, and I'm excited. It seems like we know at least 3 of the arcs that they're gonna air. They're definitely gonna show the Battle of Mandalore, so I'm excited for that.
Wait. Let's back up for a bit, because I haven't watched
Okay.
the original show. What is this like? Is this like a new season? What's this about?
This is a new season. It's supposed to be the final season to finally close out the show, because while the show was airing, that was when Disney bought Star Wars, and they did a dick move and canceled the show.
They were like, no one actually likes this. I mean, everyone likes this, but we
Yeah.
don't like it.
Like, this was like the Clone Wars is the TV show is one of the most loved parts of the franchise, and I can honestly say that with absolute
The amazing thing
certainty.
is that
Like,
they were
it was
able
amazing.
to do with a prequel what George Lucas wasn't even able to do and get people to like it.
I mean, the man who was directing it was essentially the apprentice of George Lucas, and
Yeah.
this man, oh my god, he knows what he's doing with Star Wars, and I love him for it.
It basically
So-
seems like with this new season, it's going to be like a Samurai Jack sort of situation where it's just going to come back just to give it a proper ending.
So when am I getting my third season of Spectacular Spider-Man to get my proper ending? All right, never.
The same time you get a third season of Space Dandy.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Guess
Oh,
what?
Dave Filoni, by the way. Man, I'm referencing just to say.
Yeah.
Last and final
I'm looking
one.
forward to that, though.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm looking forward to the finishing out the Clone Wars. I'm glad that it's going to get a proper ending.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. And I'm especially excited to see the characters they bring back, the arcs they're gonna finish, and how they're gonna connect it to the movie. Because the very end of it is taking place right as the beginning of the third episode 3 begins.
Yeah.
But
It should be good.
yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. The emotional weight of it is gonna be great, and I'm looking forward to it as an invested Star Wars fan. Now, moving on, the final one. I know Alex is fucking hyped for it, as am I. Godzilla, King of Monsters.
yeah, boy.
Oh my
Is this
god!
like
I
the
fucking
Hideaki
screamed when I
Anno
saw
one?
that trailer.
No, they're making another American version of Godzilla.
And I don't
Oh, okay.
mind. I'm looking forward to that too. I just want more Godzilla, period. I need more Godzilla in my life.
Yeah, boy. And you and I were talking about this last night, I believe it was, where
Yeah.
I'm kind of really surprised that they didn't end up doing pleasantly surprised, I might add, that they're not doing a sequel to the American Godzilla movie from a couple years ago.
Wait,
because-
it's not a second Godzilla movie?
It is. It's just I don't think it's continuity
It's not a
wise
direct
related
sequel,
to the
you
first one. At least if it is, there's no indication in that trailer that it is.
No, I'm pretty
I
sure
should go
it
look at
is.
that
It's
trailer then.
it says Godzilla 2 and everything.
Maybe it is. I just didn't recognize any of the characters in the actual trailer from the first movies. So I just
Who
kind
cares
of
about the characters? You're going there to see some Godzilla wreck some shit.
Yeah, we
Who
want to see
cares
some
True.
kaiju. Not to mention,
No,
I
that's
hated
true.
the actors in the first one, except for what's his name?
Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, the actual only good actor in it, which they killed
Hey.
off in the first 20 minutes.
Hey, Ken Watanabe did a good role in that too.
Oh
Fuck
yeah,
you.
so did he. Yeah, he was a fantastic, but just him alone wasn't enough to carry that movie.
True.
Let them fight.
But yeah, it looks like in the second one for sure. Judging on the trailer alone, we're gonna get way more of the kaiju than we got in the first
Oh
one.
yeah, who are we getting? We're getting King Ghidorah, Mothra. Who else?
Some of them went by so fast I couldn't tell who they were. But the trailer itself looked really, really good. I don't know. Did they have an actual
Rodan.
release date?
I honestly don't remember if they gave us a release date. Give me just a second.
I don't
May
remember a release
2019.
date being in the actual trailer.
May 2019 is
May 2019.
I just looked at the trailer. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I don't remember. It may have been in there. I just don't remember it being in there.
it's gonna be on my birthday month. I'm fucking hyped. That's gonna be a good month. That's gonna be a
More
good year.
Godzillas.
Period. There's so many good video games and movies coming out in 2019. I'm really excited.
Yeah. There's a lot to look forward to. But that is a discussion for another time because
Yeah.
I think we have reached the end of this WTF. What do you think, guys?
It was pretty weird.
It was very weird. Thank you to Show for making it very, very weird.
Rude.
Listen, we're thanking
It wasn't
you,
weird
okay?
enough, okay?
We're thanking you.
Yeah, we're thanking you. Take the compliment and go. But anyway, thank you everybody out there for dropping in to listen to us. We hope you enjoyed it because we always enjoy bringing this stuff to you. If you want to check out previous episodes of the podcast, you can find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube. If you want to keep up with what we're doing and have a little more fun, you can always join our Discord server, become a member of our Facebook group, follow our Twitch channel, and visit our website. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, criticisms, or concerns on this or any episode, feel free to shoot us an email. Links to all of these things will be down below in the description. As always, I have been your host, Alex, and I will see you next time. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good morning, everyone.
Woo!
Night.
Eat pizza.
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 Come on.